In the Farbrengen of Vov Tishrei Tovshin Lamed Hei, the Rebbe spoke about saying Avinu Malkeinu in a tefillah that we do not say Tachnun. For instance, we know that we say Avinu Malkeinu the whole week of Aseret Mitzvah. We say Avinu Malkeinu when there's a tonus. The question is, if there is a bris then, or a chosin is there, when we don't say Tachnun, do we say Avinu Malkeinu or not? So in this Farbrengen of Vov Tishrei Tovshin Lamed Hei, the Rebbe explained and brought rayas that we do not say Avinu Malkeinu in that tefillah. That means that if it's a tefillah that we do not say Tachnun for whatever reason, a bris, say chosin, or whatever it is, we also do not say Avinu Malkeinu in that tefillah. Before that, it was not really so clear, even though there were times that the Rebbe did show not to say Avinu Malkeinu in a situation like this. I think when Harav Zalman Voshansky was a chosin, the middle of the Sheva Brachas was a tonus, and the Rebbe showed that not to say Avinu Malkeinu. But still, it wasn't 100% clear because the Rebbe didn't speak about it, and it doesn't say in Sefer HaManhagim. It wasn't clear whether we really don't say Avinu Malkeinu in the tefillah, we do not say Tachnun. But this Farbrengen of Vov Tishrei Tovshin Lamed Hei, the Rebbe made it very clear that we do not say Avinu Malkeinu in a tefillah, that we do not say Tachnun. But I do want to mention that something else. Reb David Rappaport reminded me of what happened when he was a chosin. He got married before Shavasar B'Tammuz, Tovshin Chov Dalet. That year, Shavasar B'Tammuz was Shabbos Nitche, the famous Farbrengen of Shavasar B'Tammuz, Tovshin Chov Dalet, when the Rebbe was very freilach, a whole thing that I explained in one of the voice notes. And his chasana was before that, so he was a chosin that Shabbos. He was also a chosin Sunday, which was the day of the Tonas, the Nitche of Shavasar B'Tammuz. And he was there by Minche. And they didn't say Tachnun, obviously. But after the Chazan finished Chazoras Hashatz, Dr. Zeligson, who was the one that would stand by the Oren Kodesh always, and whenever they had to open the Oren Kodesh, whether it was for Kriyas HaTorah or for Avinu Malkeinu, he would be the one to open it. So as soon as the Chazan finished Chazoras Hashatz, there was no Tachnun, he opened the Oren Kodesh for Avinu Malkeinu. The Rebbe looked and pointed with his hand to the Chazan, as if, why did you open the Oren Kodesh for say Avinu Malkeinu? We don't say Avinu Malkeinu. But then the Rebbe made with his hands, in other words, okay, since it's open already, we'll say Avinu Malkeinu. So they did say Avinu Malkeinu that tefillah. Now exactly what to learn from here, everyone should do on his own. You could say maybe this was because before it was established that clearly we do not say Avinu Malkeinu when we don't say Tachnun because of a chosin, etc. B'meila, since it wasn't clear, so if they opened Oren Kodesh already, B'meila the Rebbe said to say it. I don't know. Maybe the Rebbe holds that even though we do not say Avinu Malkeinu when there's a chosin, nevertheless, if the Oren Kodesh is open, then it's a bezoyan for the Oren Kodesh not to say it. Therefore, we do say it. Could be that's the reason. I don't know. But this is what happened: that they opened the Oren Kodesh thinking to say Avinu Malkeinu, and the Rebbe made with his hand that really you shouldn't do it. But then he made with his hand that since it's open already, the Rebbe said Avinu Malkeinu.